Hello and welcome to our channel, World Heritage History. We begin in the remote valleys of Ghor province, where the Minaret of Jam rises alone, a silent witness to centuries of history. Towering over braided riverbeds and arid ravines, its patterned brickwork catches low sun like a column of memory in a changing world. Recognized by UNESCO, the minaret and archaeological remains of Jam stand as both achievement and fragility on the map of World Heritage. Today we travel slowly around this monument, tracing its lines and listening to the whisper of wind and the echoes of a vanished city. In this film we examine the origins, the architecture, the stories etched in brick, and the threats that have endangered its survival. Through expert testimony and patient observation, we seek to understand how this minaret became a symbol of heritage under pressure. The Minaret of Jam dates to the late 12th century, erected during the Ghurid dynasty when Central Asia was a crossroads of power and culture. Scholars associate the tower with a lost city often called Firozkoh, once a center of scholarship, trade, and artistic innovation in the region. Caravans traversed these rugged passes, pilgrims and merchants moving beneath the tower's shadow as dynasties rose and fell across centuries. European explorers and archaeologists in the 20th century brought renewed attention to Jam, documenting inscriptions and unraveling its historical clues. The tower's inscriptions, written in refined script, point to a sophisticated court culture that fused religious devotion with artistic expression. Inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage List in 2002, Jam was recognized for its exceptional testimony to medieval history and cultural achievement. The minaret stands approximately 65 meters tall, a slender cylindrical tower carefully balanced against the valley's sweep. Its surface is a tapestry of fired brick and glazed tile, arranged in rhythmic geometric patterns that shimmer with changing daylight. Interlacing motifs and Kufic inscriptions create a visual language that blends faith, mathematics, and artistic rigor in every course of masonry. Architectural details such as mukarnas, decorative bands, and carved brickwork speak to a level of craftsmanship rarely preserved in such a remote setting. From different angles, the minaret changes its voice, shadows, and highlights animate patterns that seem to move as the sun travels. These ornamental choices reflect both local tradition and wider artistic currents that connected Jam to the great cultural networks of its time. The Minaret of Jam sits in a fragile landscape where seasonal floods and erosion continually threaten its foundations and the surrounding ruins. Decades of conflict, looting, and neglect have compounded natural pressures, leaving the site vulnerable and deeply exposed to damage. International teams have carried out emergency stabilization, documenting the structure in 3 dimensions and preparing plans for careful conservation. Conservationists emphasize solutions that are locally grounded, combining scientific methods with the knowledge and needs of nearby communities. Remote sensing, archival research, and careful material analysis create a fuller picture, helping prioritize actions that can slow irreversible loss. Yet resources are finite and the challenges are complex. Preserving Jam requires sustained global commitment and local stewardship working together. The Minaret of Jam endures as a powerful symbol of cultural continuity, reminding us of human creativity in challenging landscapes. Its visual language influenced later Islamic architecture while remaining a distinct expression of the Ghurid artistic vision. For local communities and the international public alike, Jam embodies both loss and possibility, a call to protect vulnerable heritage worldwide. Preserving Jam means investing in education, sustainable research, and collaborative conservation that bridges borders and disciplines. As the sun sets on these valleys, the minaret casts long shadows that connect past and present, urging careful stewardship for generations to come. We leave with a renewed sense of responsibility to witness, to remember, and to act so that monuments like Jam continue to speak across time.